I'm okay. Wow,
Good
you're
afternoon.
almost naked.
No. I
Yeah,
only
of
have
course.
like chaps. Yeah.
All right.
It's kind of warm this morning until now,
Mm,
so yeah. Anyways,
okay.
yeah. So today is similar. I don't know exactly about the weather condition, but this part of the office is really warm. So
Warm. They didn't turn
we
on
try to
the air conditioner?
we turn it on, but then there is a tendency that we cannot really make it too cold because a lot of
No.
teachers will be complaining.
Yeah,
So
right.
yeah, just like a regular one, 23 degrees or 22, but it's not even cold enough. So yeah.
Oh,
Anyways, hmm.
I think 22 is okay. It's not
Yeah,
warm, isn't it?
it's not that warm, but it's also not cool enough to like
Not cold
keep
enough.
the whole office warm or
Right, right.
cool, something like that.
Okay,
Yeah.
I got it.
Mm. So what
Yeah.
happened to you recently or lately?
Uh,
Yesterday, I think, and
yeah.
we didn't have a class yesterday. So yeah.
Yeah, I went to
Mm.
a army training thing.
Oh,
Cause
really?
yeah, every Korean has to go to the army training once in a while after
Yeah.
the army service.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I
like
see. So.
5 time or 6 time,
Mhm.
6 day in a year or 10,
Uh
maybe
huh.
10 days in a year.
I
And
see.
I will go
Right.
there tomorrow too. So
Oh,
I
really?
I postponed the class already. Yeah.
Oh, I see. So that's probably like good at some point. I'm not sure.
It's not good. I
Yeah.
mean, I
It's
need
not
to shoot the
good.
gun and
Is
I need
that
to run.
fun?
Yeah, at some point it's fun, but I want to work sometimes, and I need to wear
Mm,
the army clothes. Can I say army clothes?
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not good.
Oh, okay.
It's old and uniform. Everyone has wearing same uniform, so
Right.
it's awkward.
Mm. Okay. So the thing is, of course, you have this kind of training, or
Mm.
you have this kind of activity or event right after your training. But then,
Hmm.
why do you still have to like shoot the gun or try do stuff like soldier stuff? You know?
'Cause I know they call me like we are like preserved
Mhm.
uh, warrior.
Mhm.
How can I say? I mean, we are the second
It's
warrior,
like
kind
a
of. Uh,
right.
yeah, reserved warrior or something. Reserved army or
I
yeah,
see. So it's sort of like to preserve your
yeah,
how do you call this? It's sort of like to preserve your the skills you've learned for 3 years, right?
yeah, something
Yeah,
like that.
something like
And
that.
if the
Mm.
war is happening, of course the current army will fight first. But if there will be, insufficient of warrior, we need to fight
Mhm.
also. So we are kind of second army or something. So
Right,
we need to
right.
train the skills during 5 years after the service.
Right.
So
I see. So,
it's my last year, 5 year, fifth year.
right.
Yeah.
I see. That's great. So this way, you would still remember, like, just in case a war occurs, you would still remember, like, how to shoot a gun, right?
Actually, no. Actually, my physical condition was first grade, so I need to go to the
Mhm.
army, of course. But I replaced the service as a computer programmer.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
I worked in a company
Mm.
for the army. So I didn't actually go to the army.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Mm. So you mean to say, like, it's sort of like how do I explain that? Like you did not exactly have a training or something like that?
Yeah, I didn't through any train in the army
Ah,
because there
for
like
3 years.
what?
For 3 years?
Yeah, for 3 years. Like to me, it's
Then
actually 30 months.
30 months.
Yeah,
Okay.
30 months. And actually, it's kind of replacement of army service. You know,
Mm.
only 100 people can go to that kind of company for replacing army
Mm.
service a year,
Right.
100
Uh
people
huh.
a year in the
Right.
IT field.
Mhm.
So we need to,
Mm.
apply hard, really hard,
Mhm.
and we need to pick by
Mm.
the company.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Oh, okay. Wow. All
that
right.
kind of
Well,
thing.
the thing is, it's kind of like a complicated thing. But I wonder, then what did you do for 3 years if you didn't have any training?
I was
Oh,
programming.
you did. Oh, you did clerical work. I've heard about like two or three different kinds of soldiers in the military or in the army training. You have
Yeah.
those who do clerical stuff. They're just in the office. Those who are real soldiers, and there are those who are actually in the medical field.
But
Something
it's
like
kind of
that.
different. I mean, of course, there are
Mm.
programmers in the army. They are
Mm.
wearing the uniform, of course, and they are worked
Mm.
in the army, right? But in my
Mm.
case, I'm staying my home and I just, go to work, and after the work, I can come to my home also, and
Mm.
I can wear every clothes I want to wear.
Mm.
And
Mm.
it's just I need to be picked by the company where
Mm.
is registered by the government or something, you
Mm.
know. So
Mm.
yeah, it's kind of different.
Right.
It's more. I can have more
You're
freedom.
freer.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
freer. I can be
Oh,
more
lucky
free.
you.
Yeah, I
Because
was really lucky.
yeah, from what I heard, like the kind of military service that I've heard so far is pretty much like really intense. Like they have to, do stuff like soldiers do.
Yeah,
So
right,
yeah.
right,
Wow.
right.
I didn't know that there was a phase or there's a certain kind of soldier who did that.
Mm,
But I did hear about something before, like for example, if you're sick,
mm,
there are
mm.
some exceptions.
Yeah,
Is
of
it
course,
the
of course.
same one?
No, it's different. I mean, my physical condition was first grade, so I
Yes.
didn't have
Ah,
any
okay.
disease or I'm really healthy. I was really
Right,
healthy.
right.
So I need to go
Mm.
to the army service, of course. But, you know,
Mm.
the government picked a company who helped the government. So
Mm.
they can
Mm.
give some um, right, authority, power to the company
Mm.
to pick
Mhm.
some young people who are really skilled with some
Mhm.
specific field, so they can
Right.
pick the people with a cheap price, cheap salary. So
Oh.
they can use the people with a cheap price for 30 years, sorry, 30 months. So
30 months.
yeah,
Mm.
so but just one
Wow.
person by a company almost. So
Uh-huh.
it,
Right.
yeah, it's kind of
Oh.
exception. Yeah, it's kind of exception, of course.
Wow, I didn't know about that kind of strategy they have in the military, and
Uh,
everybody wanted to be exempted from that.
yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I don't know
Strategy.
whether it still existed or not, but
Mm. Mm.
I was lucky, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
So you've served your military training
Uh,
well or smoothly. Wow.
yeah. So I
Good for
didn't know how to
you.
shoot, but of course, I mean, I trained just 4 weeks. Even
Uh-huh.
though I can just stay my home, but I need to take the 1 month training 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
so
Mm.
I took the 1 month training, so I know how to shoot, but it's just 4 weeks, so I almost forgot. And I didn't have any, grade of army, so when I visit the after
Mhm.
training, now I'm doing the after
Right.
training thing. They know
Uh-huh.
I didn't, go the usual army service because
Uh-huh.
I didn't have any grade on my uniform.
Mhm.
You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, so I see. You don't have any rank,
Yeah, rank.
something
Oh,
like
yeah,
that.
that's
Yeah.
what I want to say. Yeah.
I see. Okay. Well, at least that spared you from the complications in army.
Yeah.
Especially everybody wants to escape that, so I don't see
Yeah,
any
right.
reason why you want to go. So,
Right.
yeah.
And I
Wow.
was in a bad situation when I was young. I have a lot of
Uh,
debt from my parents, so I need to work. I couldn't go to the army service. Didn't I
Ah,
tell you
I
that?
see.
My mother gave me some
Mm,
kind of big debt, like, yeah.
wait. Hold on. Rewind. You mean to say your mom was in debt and she transferred that debt to you?
Actually, she has her debt by herself, and she borrowed a lot of money by my name. You know what I mean? So,
How is that possible?
uh, I was like 20 years old and I didn't know anything about
Ah,
the bank thing.
right,
If she asked
right.
me what she wants to do, I just, okay, let's do that if you want, something like
Mm,
that. So
mm.
she brought me to a lot of banks and she asked me to sign this document and this document and signed all of the document. And then, like 3 or 4 years later, I had a
Mm,
lot of debt from that.
mm,
So I need
mm.
to, pay that out. So I couldn't go to the usual army service, common army service. So,
Oh, I see. So,
yeah,
but the thing is, like, why would your mom do that? I mean,
she ran
I
a business actually.
she went on a business.
Yeah, she ran a business and
Ah,
she needed a lot of
okay.
money.
Mm,
And before that kind of incident, my mom never made any mistake in our family or to my life. So I
mm.
didn't even, doubt about her, you know, plan. So
Right.
yeah, I just signed
Mm,
it.
I see. You were just clueless. You didn't know.
Yeah, I
You
didn't
were
know.
oblivious to what was happening. But
Yeah, I was
I
just
kind of like,
yeah,
but I can't believe that your mom would actually take advantage of that. I mean, it's not fair for her to do that to you. She had already been
yeah.
unfair enough,
I
like
mean,
your whole
mm,
life.
yeah,
And,
she's always dreaming. I think she's like a child, like my ex-girlfriend. And she's thinking like always happy thing, even though she's in a bad situation.
bad situation.
She cannot face the reality. You know what I mean? So if
Right.
she uh, borrow a lot of money, then she can, grow her business up well. Maybe that's what her
Mhm.
thought, but
Mhm.
that didn't end up that way.
Mm.
So,
Mm.
but it's already past like 15 years ago. So
Mm.
now I'm okay.
Mm.
I don't have any debt.
But that
Yeah,
kind of experience is very scarring, It's traumatic. The fact
yeah,
that you don't have your parents with you while you were growing up,
right,
you had a very dysfunctional lifestyle. At the same time, they would your mom would even take advantage of your vulnerability, and also, yeah, while you were still in the military and you were working your ass off. So that's not
right,
fair.
right.
Yeah, I wonder why
So
there are moms like that. That's
that's
really
why
cool
I
though.
left her like for 10 years until I 30. I don't want to see my family anymore.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
So that's why I tried to meet her again, like 4 years ago. I
Yeah.
was really lonely, like I told you, and I want to feel like I have at least one family in this world.
Mm.
So that's why I try to reconcile with my mother, but it's not going well.
Mm.
So that's why I want to move out again.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
You want to run away,
Yeah,
actually. That's what
yeah,
you're planning to do. Wow.
right,
I understand your side, especially. I know it's kind of like unbalanced, what's a little bit one-sided,
hmm,
but the idea is that, I think with your experiences with her, I guess that serves like a reason for you to like, be by yourself or move on.
right,
So,
right. So, and I want
mm,
to meet a girl who is really poor and who is
poor.
smart. Yeah, poor and smart at the same time, and who didn't
Uh-huh.
have any um, greed about money. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
Like
You know.
innocent, but who is smart.
Okay. Smart but innocent. Wow.
Yeah,
All right.
there's no one,
But
right?
no, you're actually wishing for a unicorn. So
Yeah, right, maybe.
no, it's true though. You don't see
Right.
that. I don't see that happening, but why not? You can dream. All
Right,
right.
right.
but let's just be realistic though. But
Mm,
yeah, it's good that you turned out all right. You know, you're not crazy or anything. Because I mean, people who would end up in that kind of situation go crazy. Yeah, they
yeah,
would lose
right.
it. Yeah, especially come to think of it, you were growing up alone, or you grew up alone by yourself, so it's
Yeah,
not an easy thing.
yeah. I
Mm.
think I'm lucky.
Yeah,
Yeah, a lot of
that's
girls
awesome.
helped me actually.
A lot of girls.
Like
Obviously.
6 or 7 my ex-girlfriends, actually I was
Wow.
really lonely and I was really alone, so I couldn't stand by that kind of situation by myself, and I had a big debt, so my mental condition was not that good, I think, so I needed someone, at least one person, or
Right.
yeah.
Mm,
And I cannot tell
I
that to
see.
everyone, right? It's kind of dark story of life.
Right.
But my girlfriend was listening to me, and that helped me a lot at the
That's
time.
good.
Mm.
Of course. I think those cases, for example, like you were able to like voice out more of your experiences or yourself,
Mm.
so you were able to. It's like when you're visiting a psychiatrist, like they let the people with problems
Mm.
talk about their issues until they get over it. You know? Yeah. So it's the
Right.
same thing with your girlfriends, I guess.
Oh yeah,
So
I had a big problem.
yeah.
I'm having a big problem with my girlfriend now.
Why? The
It's
current
kind
one?
of yeah,
The
it's
one who
kind
doesn't
of
want to
crisis.
exercise?
Yeah, we are almost about breakup.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm
You guys
serious.
just started. Oh my
Yeah, we
God,
are
what
just started, but
happened?
I mean, it's kind of a long story. It's hard to make it short, but
Uh-huh.
last Friday, maybe Friday,
Hmm.
we slept together, but there was a problem actually. I told you like we are using lubricate product,
Mhm. Mhm. Lubricant.
and
Ah, okay.
lubricant product, yeah.
And
And I don't want to use this CD. Do you know CD? You,
condom.
yeah, we are calling it
Okay.
CD. Yeah, cause
And
when I'm using the CD, her, she's not lubricate anymore. Like
oh,
if I'm not using the CD, she's really lubricate, really, really enoughly, and I I
okay.
like it. And there's no problem. There's no problem. But when I'm using the CD,
Why
she's
would you use
getting
it?
because she wants it. She wants to use it,
Because
and
she's
because
not
she
on the
wants
pill.
me, huh?
She's not on the pill.
She's not on the
She's not
pill. Yeah, she's
not
not
on the
using
pill. She.
any
I
drug or
see.
something. Yeah.
Mm,
In Korea,
okay.
usually women does not use the pills because CD is more convenient, and we are
Mm.
thinking like pills make the women's unhealthy.
Really?
Yeah, we
Mm.
are thinking that way because it's changing
Ah,
their
okay.
body condition, right? Their period
Right.
is changing their period, and it's kind of
Actually, it
mm,
regulates the period. They
really.
normalize the period. Yeah.
So you're sleeping in the safe zone, safe day, kind
Not
of.
exactly. Oh, I mean, when you use the pill, it's
Mm-hmm.
basically like you're on the safe zone always until
Uh,
your period.
yeah, of course. I
There's
mean,
like something.
yeah,
So,
there are people like thinking like that way, like yours. But my
mm.
girlfriend thinks like there's no safe day. You know?
Really?
Yeah, she thinks that way, and
Oh, that sucks.
I don't know. Yeah, that's so. Yeah, she has a doctor friend, and doctor friends told her like, yeah, there's no safe day, and every Korean doctor said like that. There's no safe day. There is always danger, something like this. So some girls really wants to use the city. They don't have a sex without city.
Ah, wow.
Yeah, some girls like
Okay.
half half. Yeah. Anyway.
Okay. Maybe because like the good thing about CDs is
Mm,
that okay, preventive measures, but then also it's kind of like protective measures for other diseases too, which is a
yeah.
good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
but if you're talking about like your lifetime partner, I think if you really don't want to have kids yet, like of course,
Yeah.
why not? Like why don't you just have the pill?
Mm, I
Well,
don't
anyway,
know.
differences in culture, but
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, it's kind
The
of weird for
pills.
me though.
All right. I mean, it's weird
Yeah.
too because pills is not common in Korea. I never seen any girl who is using pills
Wait,
in my life.
I know somebody,
You know
but I'm not
somebody?
gonna say anything. Yep. I'm not gonna say
I
anything,
mean, yeah,
but
it's
I know a student who
yeah, it's hard to
is.
see. I mean, yeah, women can
Yeah.
talk that kind of thing to themselves, but to me, it's
Mhm.
hard, really hard to listen and
Oh, of course.
hard to hear that
Mhm.
kind of person.
Right.
Anyway, so we are using that CD, and she is getting dried again. So I use that
Mhm.
lubricant product again, like three
Mhm.
times while we are doing that, cause she is getting dried. So, and she tried to talk something while we are doing that, and when
Okay.
and she like to turn on the light a little bit, but
Why not?
I prefer dark way. I don't want to.
Okay.
Yeah, I
You
don't want
prefer
to be.
dim lights?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to be like straight. I don't want to think like straight. I want to feel in the mood, like you know what I mean. But when
Ah,
I turn
okay.
on the
I
light,
got it.
I can
Mhm.
see her face and everything. So it's kind of, oh, what I'm doing. What am I doing? Ah, we are doing sex. Oh, okay, something like that. You
You're
know.
making me laugh.
So I want to turn that off. Anyway, that kind of situation make
Okay.
me like make my things lose the tension.
You lose okay. You lose the feeling.
Yeah, I lose the feeling like two or three times. So my dairy is getting big and smaller, getting bigger and smaller, something like that. So anyway, at the final moment, at the final moment, I I did that on the CD, of course, in the CD. But when I came out from her body,
Okay.
I
You took it off.
lose the CD inside of her
Oh my
body. You know
god.
what I mean?
Oh no.
Yeah, that's too bad. But I mean, there were reason I think. I was using too much lubricant product,
Yeah.
and my and we talked like, do you want? I mean, anyway, I lost the tension of my dare, so that's why I lost the
Okay.
CD inside our body. You know what I mean?
Ah. Oh my
Anyway, the
god.
good thing was like 2 hours after the
Are you
relationship,
serious?
it came out of her body.
It slipped out. Oh my god, she says that she has a tendency to get pregnant, you know? It can because
Uh-huh.
okay.
Yeah, that's
Uh
what thought. What I thought. But my opinion was like, I really didn't think that I just did that on the in the city, and it came out just after 2 hours, and it's almost end of her body. You know what I mean? It stayed almost end of her body. You know what I'm saying?
like at the bottom of her
Yeah,
vagina
bottom
or
of her
the
body. So
opening?
yeah,
Okay, at the
so
opening, right at the opening.
yeah, right at the
You
opening.
could
So
have just like pulled it out.
yeah,
Jesus.
I tried to do that, but she was like crying when I lost the CD. I
What?
told her I don't know. She cried like a baby, and she how can I say, squeeze her body a lot of with a lot
Ah,
of energy. You know, when I
I
try
see.
to, go inside
Ah,
there. So
she doesn't want you to touch her or anything,
no, she wanted me to pull that out, but at the same time, she
right?
was really worried about what's happening there. So
Ah,
she squeezed her body a lot. So I couldn't go there, couldn't go
oh, you
inside
couldn't
her
pull it
body.
out.
Yeah,
You can't pull it out.
yeah, I
Yeah.
can't. I just
She
can't
can
go
do
there.
it herself,
But she was cried like a
actually.
baby. She was crying like a baby. She's like, I don't
Oh
know.
my
Anyway,
god.
so and after that, 2 hours, it came out. So we are finally happy. We were left a lot of
Relieved.
what happened, but after the day, she talked
Yeah.
about that with her doctor friend, and her friend told her like, you need to go to the hospital right away, and she went there
Yeah.
and take took a lot of medicine. And after that day, she like super cold, and
Cause you know why? Depending on how the position of the CD, the
hmm
opening, the sperm could go out of the CD and it could
yeah, of
spread
course,
out in
yeah,
her stuff.
yeah, I
So
know, I know.
basically, she could get pregnant. So
Yeah, of course.
yeah.
I mean, I don't want. I'm not arguing about the danger
Mm,
is existing or not. Of course, danger is always existing. But after
mm,
the incident, she is really different to me, and I don't want to even talk to her because when I'm
uh-huh.
talk to her, she's really cold. But she wants to meet me. She says she wants to meet me, but I don't know. It's really cold. I don't even want to see her text. It's really cold, and
Okay.
you know.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
tonight she said, Why don't we meet tonight?" But I don't know. I really don't want to see her. Like she's
mm,
really too cold. Maybe I don't know. It's like my ex-girlfriend. It's feeling like I'm texting with
well,
my ex-girlfriend.
well,
So
it's not your fault. I mean, I understand her that she doesn't know what to do yet, but like if she had the idea of what she's doing or she's getting into, she knew she should have just not cried and stuff. I mean, okay, I understand that she's probably a little shocked, but
yeah,
if you don't want any trouble, like you shouldn't be doing that in the first place, you know? I mean,
yeah. I mean,
I
yeah.
understand
I
your girlfriend,
understand her.
okay?
I understand
Yeah.
that she is really worrying about herself, of course. But
Yeah.
I don't. There's something that I really don't like, that she is treating this dangerous incident. I mean,
She
uh,
took it too seriously.
she took it in a bad way. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. She's always saying bad things about what happened, and she's always negative after that.
Mm.
I don't know.
Mm.
She doesn't try see any positive thing at all, even though I'm trying to say something good, like
Maybe
I will do
maybe
everything you want something, but she's always just cold, and I don't know. I
maybe
don't want to talk to her. Yeah,
I know. Maybe she was just. Maybe she's gonna feel a lot more normal if she finds out that she's not pregnant or she's not gonna get pregnant. Because I think her doctor friend told her that she might, or there's a possibility that she could. That might trigger that kind of behavior
yeah,
because if women are in panic, we have like shifting moods, especially when it comes to getting pregnant and you're not ready and you know the consequences, that there's a tendency that she would have that unless she figures out that she's in the safe zone as they say it,
yeah.
then yeah, she's gonna
You
go
need to
back to
see her.
normal.
You need to see her. She's keep talking about bad
I,
results. Do you
I
know what I'm
know.
feeling? Do you know how I puked out? Something like that.
Exactly.
Do you
I
know how I
understand.
went to the hospital? Something like. Oh, you need to go. We will talk about it tomorrow again. Yeah, you
Okay,
need to
all
go.
right.
Okay.
I hope I can meet her. Anyway, see you later, okay? Good
Okay.
luck.
See you later. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye.